Hey guys, it's Lene with Charmed and Dangerous. Today I'm going to be doing a vampire look for you guys. So if you could tell, I've dyed my hair black just because not for this, just because I wanted to. And my eyebrows are super dark. But I really wanted to do a fun Halloween video for you guys. I'm no expert in the game of doing like special effects makeup or anything crazy, and I know a lot of my viewers are like normal everyday people and neither are they. So I really wanted to do something fun, Halloween inspired, but something that you guys could really like pull off, and even if you're not like great at makeup and you're new, you could still feel sexy on Halloween. So this is my vampire look. So if you're interested in seeing how to get this spooky Halloween look, stay tuned. Okay, so here we are with our blank canvas. I have already primed my face for foundation later. I have also primed my eyelids with my Too Faced eyeshadow insurance. And then I just popped a little bit of my plumper moisturizer from e.l.f. On my lips just to let that sit while we're doing everything else. So when we go put on our really dark lipstick, that our lips just look wonderful and beautiful. So we're going to jump right into the eyes. I'm going to do the eyes first because we're going to be using a lot of dark colors, so in case we have any fallout, we're not ruining any of our base makeup that we've already put on. So for the eyes, I'm going to be using a number of things, and I will just show you guys what I'm using as I go through. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to put some color on the lids and a little bit up into the crease. And the color I'm going to be using is by L'Oreal Infallible. This is the thing I got on sale like months ago. And this is in the color Sultry Smoke. And I just like the way it goes on. It goes on really, really smooth. So this is what I'm going to be using to just put on the base of my lids and then work up into the crease. And I'm going to be using my crown brush, the shadow side, to do that. And then I'm just going to take a blendy brush. I'm using my concealer brush by e.l.f. I'm just going to blend out the crease area, not the lid area. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go in and I'm going to be using my Tunnel Vision palette by Wet n Wild for this. And I'm just going to be using this shimmery shade right here. It's like a medium to dark gray and it has a lot of shimmer in it. This I'm going to be placing just on my lids just because I want to darken them up a bit before I get into darkening the outer corner and doing my crease color, which is going to be red. So I'm just going to place this just all over the lid using the same crown brush that I always use now since I've gotten it. And I'm just going to take that blendy brush again, and I am going to blend over the lid this time just to make sure everything is nice and cohesive and smooth. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with a little bit more of that color by L'Oreal Infallible, the Sultry Smoke, and just put a little bit more in my crease. I really want to make sure I have a good base in that area, and I haven't really blended anything too much away because I'm going in with a really kind of bright, not everyday color there, so I really want to make sure I have a good base for it. The next color I'm going to be using is going to be a red color. This is going to give us that vampire-ish look along with the black, obviously, that we're going to do. The color I'm going to be using is by Clean Color. This is from shopmissa.com. This is a baked eyeshadow. You can use it wet or dry. And this is in the color Matte Maple. I bought this color and I remember saying that after I tried it, I think that I did not like it. I don't think that it goes really well with my skin tone, but for this look I am looking for something red, and this is what I have to really pull from because I really want that vampire-ish look. If you do not like a color like this, or you don't have a color like this, or you feel it's going to look terrible with your skin tone, you can kind of branch out and you can just do purple. I have one by Almay. And then I also have another one by Clean Color. It's just a really like deepen kind of purple, and it's a mineral eyeshadow, so you can do a nice like deep purple if you feel like that would work better for you than the red. But today I'm going to be using the red, and what I'm going to be doing with the red is I'm going to be taking that same brush by Crown Brush, and I'm just going to be placing that in my crease area. I don't want to put it all over the lid, but I am going to be placing it in the same place that we put that Sultry Smoke color. And I'm pulling it a little bit farther in than I would pull a normal crease color because I really want it to like pop and stand out. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to really darken up our outer corner. And to do that, I'm going to be using a Wet n Wild eyeshadow. I'm going to be using the color from the Tunnel Vision palette. It's just a matte black. If you do not have the Tunnel Vision palette, though, I did find this. It's called Panther. This is just a Wet n Wild single. I actually just picked this up this evening at CVS because I can never have too much black because I love it. But this was like $1.99, and they had it at CVS in like their little Halloween section where they have their Halloween makeup and stuff. But for $1, I know they're usually like $1 at Walgreens. CVS is always more expensive. But if you don't have a matte black, and I like to use matte because I don't want too much shimmer on the eye. But if you don't have a matte black, or if you don't have a black at all in a palette or in general, this was only $1.99 at CVS, so you could use that. I'm just going to be using the color I've already started on and have been using for a while. And I'm just going to be taking an e.l.f. contour brush, and I'm going to be placing that in my outer V, working it up a little bit into the crease, but I don't want to darken the red too much. I do want the red to stand out. And we're just going to go in and blend. Okay, so there we have the eyeshadow so far. I am going to wait to do mascara and stuff. I always wait to do that until I have like my base makeup on. I go in like a weird kind of order. I don't know if everyone goes in this order, but I do because it helps me. So I'm going to go off camera real quick. I'm just going to put on just a layer of foundation, and then I'm just going to conceal underneath my eyes. I'm going to be using my CoverGirl True Blend. I picked this up at Big Lots, and I've just been trying it out. It's not my favorite, but I do want to kind of try it out and work with it a little bit more, so I'm going to be using that. And then for under my eyes, I'm just going to be using my Maybelline Age Rewind. And when I do my under eye, I'm going to do a pretty dramatic highlight because I really want everything to be nice and bright underneath there. So I'm going to pop off camera, put these two products on, and I will be right back. Okay, so I've applied my base makeup. I try to just get a really flawless kind of look. When I think of vampire from like the movies, I think of absolutely flawless. They are ageless, they live forever, it's eternal, they're always gorgeous and beautiful, and they just have the most perfect everything. So I really tried to get a nice, flawless looking base, and we will talk about powder in a second, but I'm not ready to set. I like for everything to just kind of set in my face. While I wait, though, I am going to go in and do my brows, what I'm going to use is not my regular brow pencil, well, actually the gel that I use now, but I'm going to use a black eyeliner because my hair is black, which is perfect for this tutorial. But I feel like they always have very pale skin and very like dark brows, or always really like dark hair. So I'm going to use a black eyeliner. This is by Avon. Everything's worn off. You can't see a thing. But this is in the color G01, which is like super black, I would imagine, because that's the only thing I ever used to buy. And it's just like a twisty. And I'm going to very lightly fill in my brows with this to start out with. So I just took a spoolie and just kind of evened everything out. I just wanted to kind of take down the intensity a little bit. I have a hair on my face, and just smooth everything out. So what I'm going to do next is I'm just going to take an angled brush. This is by e.l.f., I believe, maybe. I'm not really sure. But this is the brush I used to use to do my eyebrows before I got my Too Faced. And I'm going to take that same matte black shadow, and I'm just going to very lightly tap it in there, and I'm just going to kind of fill in the sparse sections just to make it look a little bit more like hair, but still keeping with the really dark brows. Okay, so I have those filled in. If you can see, they look crazy. The next thing that I'm going to do real quick is set everything. I'm going to be using the e.l.f. Tone Correcting Powder. And the reason I chose this was just because it's like, it has these colors in it, but it comes off very like white and very kind of translucent. I have some HD powders. I'm not a big fan of them. But I don't have any like translucent powders, but I would suggest using something that's not your natural skin tone, because you don't want to be too dark. You're going for the vampire look, and the vampire look is usually very pale. So if you are tanny like I am, you can't tell that I'm tan on camera though, really, let's be honest, but I am in real life. you don't want to be too tan, because then you're just, I don't know, I guess you can be like a vampire from somewhere else, but I don't know. But I'm just going to be using this just because I want to set everything. I want everything to be nice and matte, but I don't want everything to be really like colored, if that makes any sense. And I just used my brush by Morphe, the one I got in my Boxy Charm to do that. So that is that. That is done. So I'm just going to take the same Avon eyeliner that we used for our eyes, and I'm just going to kind of go over that, thicken up my line a little bit, and just kind of perfect everything, and just give it a little bit of a smoother look. Okay, so we have just a slight wing. It's just slightly turned up on the edge. We're not doing any kind of crazy wing here. I just wanted this really to be, oh, my hair, it's getting caught. I wanted this, my necklace, to really be like easy for everyone. So the next thing that we are going to do is we are going to do our eyeliner on the bottom. I'm going to be using the Urban Decay 24/7 liner, and I'm just going to do my lower waterline. Alright, we have that done. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to smudge a little bit of color on our lower lash line. First, we're going to be taking that red, and I'm just going to be taking the opposite end of my crown brush, the little pencil end. I'm going to get a little bit on there, tap off the excess. I'm going to do the red just on like the inner part of my lower lash line, and we're going to do black on the out. So there's that. The next thing we're going to do is some mascara. We're finishing up pretty quickly here, hopefully, is some mascara. This is a great time for falsies if you want to do falsies. You guys know, though, I can't do falsies. I still haven't perfected it. So if you want to pop a pair of false lashes on, I think dramatic false lashes would look beautiful with this look, but I, however, am not that skilled and talented. So I'm going to be using the Torino Tarantino mascara I got in my Boxy Charm, followed by my Maybelline The Falsies. Thing that we're going to do is we are going to contour. I am going to be using the City Color Contour Effects Kit, and I'm just going to be using the dark contour color, and I'm going to be applying it with this little brush. I got this in like a Physicians Formula blush, and I just kept it because I thought that's great for contouring. When I think of vampire, I think of like perfect bone structure, which I don't have. So I'm going to fake that, and I'm going to contour really dramatically and really like small here on the cheekbone, and really define the cheekbone, and then add a little bit of contour under here as well, just to make my neck look a little bit thinner. Looks a little dramatic right now, which it is, but we're going to go in with a stippling brush. This is just a small stipple brush by e.l.f. with no product on it, and we're just going to kind of blend out a little bit. We don't want to muddy it too much or take away too much of the harsh line, but we don't want it to be so war paint either. So once you have that blended where you feel like it's not too crazy, it looks much more dramatic on camera than it does on my skin, because my skin's a lot darker than it comes off on camera, I promise. We're going to pop on some blush. The blush I'm going to be using is by Wet n Wild. This is Berry Shimmer. Get it open. Yep, got it. It's just a very like brownish based color. My camera's dying, oh no. A very like brownish based color. It's kind of like a terracotta kind of color. I don't want to do anything too rosy or too pink or too peach or anything like that. You're a vampire, and they don't have rosy peach cheeks. So we're just going to add a little bit of this, and hope it's not too much. And then again, I'm going to take that same stippling brush, and I'm just blending everything kind of together so it looks nice and cohesive, and it's not like, you know, two like harsh lines on my face. All right, here's that. Do I look slim? The next thing we're going to do is we're going to highlight using that same kit. We're just going to take the highlight shade and we're just going to did a little bit of that. This stuff is pretty pigmented and we're just going to highlight right there on the top of the cheekbone. And I didn't do any other bronzer, if you guys notice, because I want the look to be very vampire-like and I didn't want to bronze up my face. Last step before we're done is lips. I'm going to be using a really, really deep red lipstick. And I'm just going to be using this liner by Bella Pierre. This I got from, I want to say, Shop Miss A. And this is just like a nude lip liner. And I'm just going to be lining my lips with this. I don't have anything that's this dark, so I'm just using a nude. Alright, I'm just using that just so my dark color doesn't like bleed. And this is from Wet n Wild. This is Cherry Bomb. It's just a really, really deep brownish red. And there we have the lip. And that is pretty much the look. The only thing left to do is find a costume and find some fake teeth, which I was going to get, but I forgot. So I was honestly going to get fake teeth for this, but then I might have forgot. So this is the vampire look. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I really wanted to do something not quick, never quick, but simple for you guys if you guys wanted to pull off a Halloween look. So let me know if you guys liked this video by giving it a big thumbs up. Put down in the comments below what you thought, what other videos you might want to see that I could possibly squeeze in before Halloween's over, if I can figure out how to do it. Remind yourselves, I'm no expert. And please hit that subscribe button if you're not already subscribed. If you are, thank you so much. You're amazing. And I will see you guys soon in another video. Happy Halloween. Bye.